Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw. I'm here again at ILTM Con. It's great to be back here after 2 years. And I'm here with Imran Shangazi.
Absolutely right. You got it.
And now I've stumbled over this before. Diriyah Gate Development. Now, we interviewed your boss, Jerry Anzarella, a few months ago, who is maybe familiar to some of it. And Jerry is overseeing this project. And Imran, you're also working on this big thing. This is a massive tourism development project in Saudi Arabia. It's going to be amazing. And we're going to talk about what's going on because there's actually an update. A lot of things going on even now, new hotels. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the history of the place and why someday soon you're going to want to send your clients there. And you're going to find out about all that and more on Insider Travel Report. First of all, great to meet you, Imran. It's great to see you here at ILTM. And what's been the mood here? It's pretty good, huh?
Amazingly exciting,
Yeah.
and everybody's telling us that having returned after 2 years particularly, I think they've not only missed that human interaction, but also have come out with more passion and more excitement. So it's really good mood everywhere.
Yeah, and we're almost 3,000 people here. They're doing a lot of good business, and I'm exhausted. My voice is gone, as you can tell. We're kind of the last day here. We're the last of the stragglers. We won't go home, right? But let's talk about Diriyah Gate and what is it exactly?
So Diriyah Gate is the largest historic gathering place that is in the making.
Right.
But what we are paying tribute to is something that exists there for hundreds of years, which is now gladly UNESCO World Heritage Site.
This was a historic site in the Kingdom of Saudi. It wasn't necessarily the Saudis. It was an earlier civilization, right?
So Saudi Kingdom goes back 300 years,
Right.
right? So first Saudi state, second Saudi state, and the present Saudi states. So not many people realize that it has hundreds of years of history.
Right.
Present Saudi state is from 1929, of course, as we know, but there were two states before that that go all the way back to 1400s and 1500s. So Diriyah and Al Turaif district, which is recognized as the UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2010, this is what the anchor, this is what the jewel of the kingdom, this is what the heart of the project is. So what we are developing is we are developing an 11 square kilometer master plan around it to pay tribute to that anchor, that jewel of the kingdom, for people to come and see this. And not only when they come and see this, but then have the best of the places to stay, dine, shop, live. So it's a residential, retail, hospitality, dining, all destination, everything combined together in this master plan.
And this is all part of Saudi Arabia's 30-year vision for travel and tourism, and believe me, they have the money to do it. And I think you're going to see Saudi Arabia is going to explode with tourism, so to speak, really in the next 10, 15, 30 years. And your development is a key part of that, right?
No, absolutely. And Vision 2030, as we have call it lovingly, Vision 2030, one of the key aspects is tourism.
So this is really all part of the Vision 2030 for Saudi Arabia, really to become a major power in tourism and really increase the GDP that they get from tourism, right?
Absolutely. So currently it's about 3% of the GDP that tourism contributes to. Right. Vision 23, basically the goal is to reach 10% of the GDP. Right. Very much achievable because the tourism potential and the resources and attractions that across the land in the kingdom are tremendous. And we believe that that's absolutely achievable. And what we're trying to do over here is to bring the best of the brands, best of those names that are leading in the luxury hospitality industry.
And in fact, just recently you announced some of those names. I think you're going to have something like 38 hotels, and you announced 14 of them. And give us some of the names, because I don't know if you can remember them. I can't. I wrote the story. I still can't. But remember, what are some of the luxury hotel brands that are going to be part of this development?
No, very proud, and likewise the brands are equally excited to come along this journey. So 14 brands that we've announced, and thank you for covering the story, by the way. Those are including, in no particular order, Marriott Luxury Collection, Capella, Campbell Gray, Ritz-Carlton. The Address is coming over as well. Then we have Baccarat from New York. We have got Fauchon from Paris. We've got, I'm trying not to mention the ones we haven't announced, so I'm making sure that I
just
don't
tell us a few that we don't.
Orient Express.
Actually, they announced it today.
Raffles, Rosewood, Park Hyatt. So these are the main brands. And then, of course, Six Senses and Oberoi's. I'm really biting my tongue right now because there will be about 4 more that we're very quickly going to soon announce as well. Watch the space. About 4 weeks or 5 weeks time, we'll come back with 4 more brands that we will announce.
Yeah, well, you've been sitting around here talking to a few people, so maybe you found a few hotels here. I don't know.
So we strategically, what we have done, and that's a very good question actually, I'll wait few seconds I'll answer that as well. What we've been doing so far, we've been extremely busy 2020, 21. We've been aligning and strategically highlighting and identifying curated experience and the brands that we can bring over that will complement the vision that we have, that we are there to realize. And these brands were exclusively chosen, and then negotiations started, the conversation started, and over a period of 1 year, we have concluded all these deals so far that we announced.
That's amazing. When I talked to Jerry, you were working all these deals initially, and now you got a whole lot of them. Now, when is the first hotel going to be kind of completed?
2023 is the opening target for the first hotel. That's under construction already. That's the Luxury Collection by Marriott. Wow. That will open the first up. But before that, we will be opening 20 of signature dining outlets in about 4 months' time from now. So by the end of first quarter, the fit-outs are going on at the moment. The Bujeri Terrace, which overlooks the UNESCO World Heritage Site, will have names like Hakkasan and Bruno and Long Tim and these kind of Michelin star names dining that will be realizing it in 4 months. So this is our first actual openings that will be coming up.
So of course, that's to be the food, right?
Absolutely, that's food, absolutely.
Now, a traveler comes into your development area in Saudi. What will they be doing? Obviously, they're going to look at some of the culture and the history of this place, and then you have all these wonderful hotels and restaurants. But what do you see as the activities that a traveler will do here?
We believe that the travelers, and nowadays everybody, of course, understands that and has been widely read about and written about, experiential traveler. And those people who are looking for an experience, looking for one-off experience, something off the beaten path, something historic, something heritage, something learning, educating. Sure. So we believe all these elements are there in our project. What better way to acquaint yourself with hundreds of years of history and going across and really learning where this peninsula came about from and how this ruling family started developing and was born. So educational factor is there, but then that educational factor should be complemented with that luxurious infrastructure which should be there. It's a convenience purpose as well. When we are bringing travelers over, in addition to that educational purpose, the entire master plan that we're building, we are adopting highest level of sustainability. We are making sure that it's highly pedestrianized, minimum or no vehicular movement on surface. So there's a subterranean build-up that is going on right now under the development, that all the massive and the mass movement will take place. Whereas you and I, travelers, they can walk the entire master plan, enjoy and take in the surrounds and everything. So it's not only providing them with bed and breakfast, but providing them with the style, with the luxury, with the brand, environment that they can proudly be part of and spend in, sustainability, history, culture, so all that and more. Absolutely.
So we have all these things you're going to be able to do and see. Is this going to be kind of a meetings destination too or not?
So the Diriyah itself is not aiming to become a meeting convention, but watch the space, we will be coming out with our DG2, Diriyah Gate 2 part, where we are constructing some amazing assets that will attract meeting and conventions and leisure facilities as well.
Now we go out to about 95,000 travel advisors, as I said. Now what are you going to tell them to tell their clients about this development and when people can really start to travel? Because I think people sort of lost in the last year of COVID and everything else that the fact is that Saudi Arabia is open for business, it is open for tourism. It's fairly easy. I don't even think you need a visa anymore. I'm not sure, but it was something. And this happened 2 years ago. But obviously, with COVID, we've had a delay here. You guys have been forging ahead, developing this thing. What do you want to say to travel advisors out there about this project?
So first of all, covering your last part of the question first, it is extremely easy and friendly to arrive in Saudi Arabia. You get visa on arrival for more than 49 different nationalities. Not only on arrival, it's a 1 year multiple entry visa that you get. And just before COVID hit, between September to February 2020, just before everything got shut down, 400,000 of those visas were issued when people arrived. So we hope to see that momentum again. And message to all the advisor would be that If your client is looking for that unique experience, not just down the beaten path again, go for lying on a sand somewhere and go for shopping.
Although you apparently go to a pool, I'm sure.
Yeah, you would go to a pool and all that, but in the meanwhile, before going to the pool and retiring, you might want to just enrich your experiences and to learn something, to learn really about history, and history that not many people around the world know about. It's not something that you're just going there, also been there kind of person, but one of the first leading pioneers and trailblazing kind of a customer who goes there, who sees something that has not been seen by millions and millions of people so far.
Well, attractions like Petra are so hugely popular, so this sounds like this could be another Petra, and I understand some of the civilization is related or has been.
Towards Alula, absolutely, yes.
There's Alula, that's another place in Saudi that is being developed, but not to the extent you're doing it. And of course, then, if you want to go and sample almost every luxury hotel brand known to man, you probably will want to go to this development, absolutely.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. And with these brands coming over, I hope it's a testimony as well and a vote of confidence from these luxury leading brands that they do see the potential, and we're loving that journey together with them.
Well, Imran, thank you very much for filling us in again. I talked to Diriyah months ago, and when he first was overseeing the project, it's been fascinating to hear. And now we had the recent announcement with a lot of the brands coming in. You'll have more to come. And I got to see this place. It's crazy.
You have
like
to.
that.
Absolutely, Jim. You have to.
And again, thanks very much, and I hope you had a good show.
Thank you very much. Likewise. And see you soon in Riyadh.
I will see you soon in Riyadh. Absolutely. I'm James Shillinglaw. The next time we do this, we're going to be in Riyadh. Okay? I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.